I'm gonna be post-commenting some very try-hard games. It's gonna take a second because it's gonna say my other account is online for a little bit. But we can talk for a minute or three as long as it takes. It probably will take a minute or so. But basically, I met Marwen in BFB Boost only, and also yesterday I played this Bonanza, but that's pure luck. Like it's no skill in Bonanza. So it really, it was. I just went 50-50, but it did help my not prestige. It didn't help my prestige, but it helped my global and how much keys I had. So I guess it helped something. It did something playing there, and it made me a bit of a better player going into higher arenas. But today it was BFB Boost only, and I'm not gonna miss my chance because Boost only is my arena. This is the arena I'm best in by miles and miles and miles. Like, like I clap so much pros in BFB Boost only, dude. It's either I go Cobra or I go NG, and both of those I'm phenomenal with, in my opinion. I play it well with him. I choked one game, and it was I had not necessarily a choke. The other guy just played. He didn't play smarter early game, but he had a really really smart counter rush that I couldn't defend. And it was very smart of him. So let's go ahead and go straight to my battles TV. Met Marwen, collapse Marwen. That's definitely gonna be the title of this video, for 100% for sure. Um, but yeah, it's probably not the real Marwen, but it was cool seeing it. I did follow him, but just in case it was the real Marwen, probably not the real Marwen. He didn't play it horribly. It's just not Marwen's category of greatness, so he didn't really play it great. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, if you didn't know, me, I'm a Cobra and indie noob. I'm that guy. I'm that guy that will always fucking clap you with the Cobra, the NG. You don't stand a chance most of the time. So here's the first game I had with Marsky. Marsky man. I'm going my favorite strat on this map by a million miles. I love it. Beautiful. One of the best strats in the game. Yeah, okay, I think it's a modded account now. If you look at the farmers, I think you can tell. You can. So here's the thing: Marwen, the real account, actually has the most farmers in the game. So he modded it, so he has like a billion farmers or some shit. Yeah, definitely not the real Marwen. Not bad though. Not bad. Not bad. He started out with his farm, which wasn't the play, but whatever. He's gonna leak quite a bit. I go to 167 because I don't know the numbers. I only know the numbers with sub bomb, which is 61. It's the only strategy I really know the numbers with. I kind of just wing it when I go Cobra, and it works incredibly well. Because money management, it's not necessarily key with Cobra. It's more about your draining, the rushes you send, how good they are at forcing defense and getting boost, how good they are at forcing defense and getting them to boost, and also with Cobra, it's knowing the right play. Like it's not the eco money management with Cobra. It's more knowing what to do, which I know everything with Cobra. There's nothing I don't know really. I don't know the eco numbers, but other than that, there's nothing I really don't know. So I stopped sending because he greeted for that farm. So I balloon boosted this. Goal, getting a tower boost. I got a tower boost. So either way, I would have benefited off of that balloon boosted green rush. Reason why is because when I balloon boosted that, I expected him to either get up a second grape shot, which would slowly drain his farms, which would help me drain his farms because he would have less money, leak a shit ton of lives, which would make all of my rushes more effective because he can't leak that much more, or just tower boost. So either way, that balloon boosted green rush would have been beneficial for me. And I never really use all my balloon boosts anyway, so that's something. Round 7 AI, he decided to send me a green rush. I instantly sent my first grape shot on strong, and it messed up the greens, which turned it into basically reds and blues, which we had no problem cleaning up with the 0-0 Buccaneer. So yeah, I kept that boat on strong. I set it to first now. I eventually set it to first. Now it's on first. Set it back to strong. Shred the yellow layer into blues, as you can see. Set it back to first, because I know he didn't have enough money to send too much. Go for a second grape shot. We're fine. This map is basically the A game of water, as No Money says. And yes, that is a very good way to put it, considering that's what it is. I greed for my Cobra. Sends me 3 regions. That normally means they're expecting to send you around 11 rush. So I do upgrade my Buccaneer right before the Destroyer path upgrade, because I'm expecting around 11 rush. No, I don't. Alright, whatever. Around 11 rush would be very effective, considering I just went for my Cobra. I would probably sell my other grape shot for a Destroyer, as I'm getting ready for a Destroyer right now, and a Lightning, which would solo around 11 rush. A Destroyer, Lightning, and as much Cobras as I have, yeah. If he all outed me on boost, I could just get 2 Destroyers, the Dragon's Breath, I'd be fine. And then I keep my Cobras for a little while to shred it into whites and blacks, and then clean up. I could also do it that way, because Cobras are a very underestimated amount of popping power. Right now, I think I might be saving up for an adjustment. I don't know. The money in Battles TV is weird. So 500 eco on this map, pretty good. He has similar eco, similar farms, but I have a lot more saved up for rushes. Alright. So, and I see he's under defending, basically, so I'm just going to send that and try to get a boost. I'm trying to get a boost here, or a turbocharge, because he just went for his farm. But no, he actually ends up not even seeing it and dying to it. That's first game. I wasn't even trying to hide it. Like, I wasn't trying to hide it. I was just trying to get him to sell a farm. If I tried to hide it, that would be more money. I don't know why I sent regions there. Just don't question my logic. Just don't. Why? Because he didn't really have too much balloon popping power, but he would have turboed anyway. So, I don't know why I sent regions. Don't question my logic, okay? I'm not necessarily proud of the game I played against the Marwen, fake Marwen, because I didn't play it perfectly. But these 2 games I'm very proud of, because I literally played it as good as possible. I mean, I had one flaw. I couldn't really defend the counter rush. And it was close. It was a close call there. I did get all the Moabs popped into ceramics, and then I sold my reactor for 2 impacts, but it was too late. It was too late. And I have a boost, so the 2 impacts didn't really solo as well as I wanted it to. You want to go to 61, forward your bomb perfectly. This guy used 2 spikes. I've already played it better than him. I just know sub-bomb. This is my strat, dude. This is sub-bomb Cobra. This is my go-to. You can go farms. I want it. That's a weird-ass cluster spot, because if you set my bomb spot on strong, it can damage the blue balloon, so if your opponent doesn't send enough, you can just greed it out with that. And that's what I end up doing. I spike because he used 2 spikes, so I have the spike advantage, so I might as well make use of it, you know. And Bigger Blast on this map doesn't solo blues, but it's close. It barely leaks. He goes for that. I'd go straight for a cluster bomb. I don't want to leak that much. And I still end up leaking a lot, even though I went for that, because I don't have enough Cobras. But right now I'm just ecoing. I don't know why it showed a bunch of greens. I was sending straight blues. Eco-wise, I'm up by 50, and he has a lot more wired funds. I'm up by 100. He has a lot more wired funds. Up in lives, up in spikes. I have quite a huge advantage, because I will catch back up in Cobra farms. So he sends me region leads. I kind of forget to send him region leads, but also he has a lot of Cobras. Accidentally placed a spike. That was upsetting. Get up my reactor. I start Cobra farming. This is the point where I try to catch back up in Cobra farms. I send that before he got his reactor, thinking it would do something, and it didn't, because he got his reactor in perfect time. So right now I'm still up in eco, and we're tied in Cobra farms. I'm doing pretty well. And apparently I need the fucking cluster bomb. I don't know why I needed that. I really did, though, to those spaced rainbows. I thought my Cobras would solo. I'm gonna use his Cobra spots next time. Maybe. I don't know. I think my Cobra spots are better for adjustment. Because it sees the first bit of adjustment. I accidentally tower boost. That's upsetting. Probably wanted to tower boost it anyway. But whatever. Probably was gonna end up tower boosting anyway. If I didn't tower boost, I'd be dead. I often push a BFB, knowing it's going to be near impossible for him to defend, considering he sent so much money in adjustments. I accidentally get a bomb and upgrade it to impacts, which wasted a lot of money. I tower boost because I know I'm going to get overwhelmed to ceramics. Now that I don't have Cobras, go for a balloon impact, start adjusting behind this, which means he needs a balloon impact. I force a balloon impact on his side, as well as a misdirection. He places his bombs up there. And funny stuff. When I send camo ceramics, they won't attack it, but he moved his impact to somewhere different, and he ends up sending me this, and I go for that. I sell my reactor for a balloon impact and a cluster bomb, but I go down. Very, very close game. I probably should have slowed it down. I say well done because that was a very smart counter rush. It would be very hard for me to defend. I think what I died to is camo ceramics, actually, because he sent camo ceramics behind it, and I sold my only source of camo detection. Very difficult game that one was for me to win. I had to sell my reactor. I couldn't afford a balloon impact. But this is another game. I didn't choke this time. It wasn't a choke. It was just a very, very smart rush from my opponent. A desperation rush. So I flexed my micro a little bit. I'm just trying to micro around, you know. It's fun. Helps my ADHD. I go for this, set it to last. It will make me leak more, but it also anti-stalls, so yeah. I leaked 2? No, I leaked 3. Battles TV is so weird, bro. What the freak? Because I remember leaking 3. Yeah, I leaked 3, but only 2 reds went by. What the heck? He doesn't send nearly enough balloons, so I go for my farm. I know the eco numbers. 8. I afford my farm perfectly, and then I also afford my second NG perfectly. Well, I don't afford my second NG, I just afford my farm perfectly. I don't afford my second engineer perfectly. But it went straight for a trip dart. That means I'm basically ahead in this game so far. Because he's going to have less farms to defend fast cooldowns, oh my gods. Which we don't make it to fast cooldowns, oh my gods. Because I believe that he ends up dying to a Moab. Because I played aggressive enough to drain him. So I'm playing a little aggressive. Try to force a second trip. Try to drain his farms. He goes for a second trip. Because most players are opted to. I go for 9-inch. On strong. And then I go for a 0-0 NG to deal with pinks instead of going for a second 9-inch nails. Because I knew that he was going to send pinks behind, so if I went for a second 9-inch nails, then I would have leaked more. I end up spiking the pink layer rush because it saved me 20 lives, which is pretty nice. I would have been down a lot more than what I want to if I wouldn't have did that. So here I balloon boost this, a rush, because I want him to get up defense without me actually sending a lot. So, like, I did not send too much there, but he goes for a spoiled and leaks a lot of lives. He leaks down really low here. Very nice. This was an amateur Dark Farm Ace player. He wasn't great. He wasn't terrible, he wasn't great. And I was an amateur player in general, considering I didn't realize how overpowered spoke spots are on this map. I tried rushing with zebras and stuff against a Juggernaut and a Spolt, and I didn't realize, well, damn, that's solos. But it also got me eco. I basically played this game next to perfect. So you can see, I already went for a sentry gun on round 7. Fun fact, this is probably one of the best sentry gun spots in the game. Like, literally, it's so fucking good. Because it can only spawn the sentries on top of the temple. which basically gives it infinite map range each and every sentry. So because it has so much range, so it's such a good sentry gun spot. So that helps me solo yellows. And since I already have a sentry guns, I'm allowed to boost a small yellow rush because then my sentries are gonna spawn a shit ton of sentries. So if we balloon boost a secondary, I'm just gonna solo with the amount of sentries I have. So yeah, it's a great sentry gun spot. So he sends this. I go for a 9-inch and another 9-inch, and then I boost. Pretty simple. Now, if you were to send a secondary, look at how much sentries I have spawned right now. I'm gonna get up to 6 sentries. Like, you cannot rush 6 sentries and 3 9-inch nails. It's just not happening. It's not happening. It won't work. So he doesn't send it. Smart. Because, as you can see, they're already shredding the AI. Look at how much it shreds, bro. I go for my second plan. No, I stick with those farms. I'm basically... I mean, I mastered NG. Like, I don't know when I did this. I don't know how. It's when Spike Factory got buffed, I just, like, kind of mastered Engineer. I kind of just learned how to play it better than most people. Well, better than what I used to. I played it terribly when earlier. I didn't make it past round 10. So I send whites, beta spolt. Awesome. That was my goal. Considering how this guy's been playing, I knew it would probably bait that. He sends me a rush here, but it was very ineffective because he didn't send any good balloons behind it. He just sent yellows behind it. Sure, he gets a lot by, but, I mean, he didn't really get enough by. I double spiked because I thought something would get by, but no. It looked like I triple spiked in Battle TV, but I actually double spiked. I'm up in farms and less eco, which is good for an NG player. Like, if you're up in farms with a little bit less eco, that's fine. I have good eco, too. So I end up leaking to that. Rush I sent him. And my spikes just soloed that. I mean, yeah. I love this strat because people underestimate the Spike Factory, dude. It literally solos that shit. Easily. It solos some rushes that people wouldn't think it would solo. Right, he sent me a bunch of zebras. He's like, he's gonna leak to this. No, Spike Factory is really good. Each one of those spikes down there equal 1 road spike right there. 25 lives each. So it's gonna take a lot of balloons to get by those. Quite a bit. Of course, I think it's like several lead balloons, maybe 10 lead balloons has to sneak by just to dent it. I mean, not to dent it, but I think it's like 7 or 8 lead balloons has to sneak by. So, you're perfectly fine. And then the spike ball upgrade can solo up to 8 ceramics, so that's pretty nice. I don't know why it's showing me not collecting my trap, even though I have. I was thinking, is Moab the play? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to send a Moab. I go for my plantation. He sends me a Moab, which I defend easily. It's never the play to send a Moab, I don't think, because I get a free cash out or I get a trap at the bottom. He sends a lot of region leads, which I end up having to boost. So it was not a bad rush to send the region leads and shit behind, because he knew I was going to sell my first engineer for another one. So yeah, I had to boost that. It looked like I died there. What? No, I didn't die there, guys. He does die here, though. He went down to the Moab I sent him. And look at my fucking farms. Like, you might think the money up there is glitched. No, I was about to get up a facility with, like, 3 plantations. Like, no cap. I was about to get up a facility with 2 plantations left over with a pretty decent amount of eco. So, yeah, I basically played it perfectly. I mean, Engineer is still overpowered, bro. He played it terribly, but Engineer's still really good. I don't think you guys understand. Especially Engineer Spike Factory. It's so much it's so easier to defend camos, to defend Moabs, to defend BFBs, to defend Oh My Gods. It's so much cheaper and easier to defend with Spike Factory than it is Ninja. It's just cheaper and easier, more effective. I mean, it might not be easier if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, but it's cheaper for sure. Like, if I went Ninja, I would get drained to that Moab so hard, but this strat, just no. You just don't. Force Spike Storm solo Oh My God with spiked mines or 4 balloon traps to clean up. And then if you get 4 balloon traps or 3 balloon traps on boost, I'm at 4 balloon traps on boost. You do need that. You get a lot of money. You make a lot of money back. So it's basically a $12,000 defend, but it ruins your opponent's eco. And normally when you're going against engineer, you don't want to be aggressive or you just die to their aggression. So right here, I just outplayed, I guess. I outplayed to hell. I mean, no chance. It just shows how good engineer is still. Like, I could afford a facility versus his 2 plantations, and I had 2 plantations in a facility worth of money. Like, it was just a loss, dude. He stood no chance. My shot's just better. My strategy is just better on this map. Some people might think Dark Farm Ace. No, I don't think it is. Because I was gonna go for a facility and 2 plantations, like round 19. Like, yeah, that's crazy. And still have more than enough money to defend a BFB, because I can always sell my balloon trap in my spike factory. Because you don't need it when you're spike storming, because a spike storm solos all the AI, so you don't really need anything else. And then you go for your 2 balloon traps to clean up. And if you sell the spike factory, all the spikes stay there for a little bit, so you'll be just fine against it. Yeah. Very easy game to win, just because my strat's better. This strategy is just better than Dark Farm Ace. It just is. Like, I don't... Unless you're the best Dark Farm Ace player ever, but then you're just gonna get clapped to the best NG player ever. Like, look at that, bro. $9,000 and 5 plantations versus his 2 plantations and 2K. 2 plantations and 2K is nothing, bro. It's crazy. Crazy. I was gonna get around 19 facilities with 2 plantations. It's insane. Insane. Those are my BFB games. I won most of them. I choked with Cobra. It's not really a choke, as I said before. It's just, he was just a smart player, man. He wasn't that good, but he was smart. He sent a very smart rush there at the end. I didn't see the camo ceramics. Rip. I did not see the camo ceramics. If I would have saw them, then I would have got a submerged submarine, and I think I would have defended, but those were some good games in BFB, and we met Marwen, so, not really, but... Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.